Hello friends, good evening all of you. I myself Dr. D.G. Shahane, Department of English, SMSMP Mahavidyalaya, Nathipute. Today we are going to discuss the critical term comic relief. Comic relief is the best practice of dramatists of introducing comic characters, speeches and scenes in a serious or tragic work. In Elizabethan tragedy, this practice was normally followed. The effect of such scenes has been to provide relief from tension and to heighten or focus on the serious elements in the remaining part of the drama. In Shakespeare's plays, such scenes are integrated with the plot, while in others they appear as digressions with the purpose of relieving tension. Joseph Shipley observes that such comic episode may be organic, that is, as a part of the play's action, as in the commoner scene in Julius Caesar and the Mercutio Tybalt scene in Romeo and Juliet. Inorganic, that is a comic figure, usually a servant touching the outermost fringe of action, as the grave diggers in Hamlet. Friends, I would like to give you examples from particularly William Shakespeare's plays. One very famous play entitled as Hamlet, written by William Shakespeare, how the comic relief is presented by William Shakespeare in this drama. I quote the lines. Hamlet expresses, "But what is your affair in Elsinore?" Horatio expresses, "My lord, I came to see your father's funeral." Hamlet then expresses, "I pray thee, do not mock me, fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding." Horatio, "Indeed, my lord, it followed hard upon." Hamlet again expresses, Thrift, Horatio, the funeral baked meats did coldly furnish forth the marriage tables." Now I explain this example here. Shakespeare was a master of comic relief. This scene comes from Hamlet, a dark tragedy full of betrayal, murder, madness and lust. Yet in this scene, Hamlet makes a dry joke about his mother's marriage. His father died very recently, and Hamlet is offended by the fact that his mother is remarrying so quickly. He feels intense pain at this, but he still makes a joke about it, commenting that his mother is just trying to save money by serving the same food at both the funeral and the wedding. So, this is an example of comic relief given by William Shakespeare in the play Hamlet. Again, I would like to give you one more example. It is also from the same play Hamlet, written by William Shakespeare, act number 5, scene number 1, and the lines are 14 to 20. I quote the lines: "Give me leave, here lies the water, good. Here stands the man, good. If the man go to this water and drown himself, it is, he goes mark you that, but if the water come to him and drown him, he drowns not himself, argal. He that is not guilty of his own death shortens not his own life." This is another great example of comic relief from Hamlet by William Shakespeare. The two clownish grave diggers in this scene are talking about the drowning of Ophelia and her burial in the graveyard. These lines show how jestingly this first grave digger is exempling the suicide in a way that it does not seem that he is accusing the dead. Rather, he is accusing the water. This is a comic relief as it provides the audience a chance to smile after going through heavy sorrows of the death of Hamlet's father and melancholy of the young Hamlet. Friends, here ends an explanation of the term comic relief. Now, I would like to take one more critical term entitled as alliteration. So, I would like to explain this term in detail. Alliteration is a figure of speech. It is the repetition of a speech sound in a sequence of nearby words. A pattern of sound that includes the repetition of consonant sounds. The repetition can be located at the beginning of successive words inside the words. Poet often uses alliteration to audibly represent the action that is taking place. For example, instance in the Inferno, Dante states, "I saw it there, but I saw nothing in it except the rising of the boiling bubbles." The repetition of the b sound represents the sounds of bubbling or the bursting action of the boiling pitch. Now, one more example I would like to put in front of you. which is from the poem Kubla Khan written by S.T. Coleridge. In Coleridge's Kubla Khan, the description of the sacred river Alf, Alf is the name of a river, is such as 5 miles meandering with a mazy motion. 5 miles meandering with a mazy motion. I would like to give some more examples from this poem Kubla Khan. The name of the poem itself has an alliteration. Kubla Khan, the repetition of the sound k, sunless sea, the repetition of the sound s, sunny spots, again the repetition of the sound of s, cedron cover, repetition of the sound cc, miles meandering, repetition of the sound m, mingled measure, repetition of the sound m, damsel with the dulcimer, damsel with the dulcimer, repetition of the sound of d, and deep delight, repetition of the sound d. Alliteration adds a musical sing-song quality to the poem. So, this is an explanation of the term alliteration, and then the explanation of alliteration as well as the comic relief ends here. So, thank you very much for listening me patiently.